I'm Kundert, and I'm the founder of the Ahimsa Festival. My inspiration behind this festival is based on my own personal story. The series of events that took place where my husband had passed away about a decade ago, and as time passed on, I had met a gentleman who seemed to be very wonderful and loving, and eventually we ended up falling in love and becoming engaged. And my children, my family, my friends, we all just loved and adored him. Well, as the relationship continued forward, we moved in together, and within 6 to 8 months of that time, subtle changes started to take place within the relationship. Some of the examples would be monitoring where I'm going, who I'm with, my phone calls, maybe a subtle push or a twist of the arm, or some elevated arguments and scolding conversations. The arguments eventually became physical, and as time went on, they became more and more severe and much more dangerous. I never called the police simply because it became a very dangerous situation if and whenever I did. So I chose not to, because this gentleman made it very clear that if I were to call the police, if I were to leave him or let anyone know the circumstances of what was going on, that he would take the lives of my children and eventually myself. He had mentioned that he would have my daughters raped and my boys beat up and my parents disappearing, and the children of my friends would receive some consequences if their parents were to contact me or talk with me anymore. I thought about leaving daily. It was all I could think about, and I was constantly trying to figure out a way to leave, and it was a catch-22 because I couldn't tell anybody, because if I told them, then they became vulnerable to becoming in the line of danger as well. So the more people I kept out of my situation, the safer everybody became. So my goal was to keep him as calm as I could and just live day by day and try to figure out how I can live in a peaceful situation and keep my kids safe from his outbursts. Well, I was in this situation for a good 5 years, and I found myself in a situation where I genuinely felt stuck and trapped, and I was terrified. The first place that I found where people really truly understood me and believed me and valued me and my experience was at the Family Trauma Center. It was a very, very uncomfortable and shameful and frightening position that I was put in. However, it was a whole new experience for me to be surrounded by people that believed my story, knew what I was saying was true, had the resources, and had the ability to help me and to give me the information, the resources that I need to follow through with help and to be safe and take care of my children and to continue to get better psychologically, physically, and emotionally. And sometimes it comes to a circumstance where it isn't just one person. You need the police department to help you. You need lawyers to help you. You need counselors and nurses and shelters and finances and resources. And that's what the Valley Cares Family Justice Center offered for me. And it's been many years, and they're still in my life, and they're just wonderful people. And I will forever be grateful for their interest in my well-being, and that's why I am so passionate about offering my sincere efforts into somebody else's well-being, because I don't know where I would be without them. And I'm very, very grateful to them, and I believe in the work that they do, and I love them for the people that they are. That's why I created the Ahimsa Festival, and I feel that the funds are very, very necessary. But the most exciting part about this festival is bringing a collective consciousness of peace and healing and forgiveness, and I think the experience itself will be priceless.